Hey guys, this is Seth from the Mast Store Knife Shop, and today we have something really cool we're going to talk about. And it's a brand called Boker Solingen. It's one of my favorite brands in the knife shop. Made in Germany, most of them. You can tell by that little tree. And this is the MG42 Dagger. Beautiful. But first, let's talk about the box. Get that out of the way. As you can tell, it's quite large. First, you got your beautiful sheath. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And all your paperwork, which includes the certificate of authenticity. This is very important for collecting in the future. So make sure you hang on to that. All your warranty information, stuff like that. And now we can get into the most important part, the dagger itself. And before we get into it, I have a chance to save you about 40 to 60 grand, because that is what this gun right here from World War II would cost you. It is called an MG42, and this part of this gun is featured in the steel of this dagger. So that is really cool. Let's open this up. Cool presentation box, which you can display it in. So make sure you don't damage the box, again, for collecting reasons. And now let's take a close look at the MG42. And you see that beautiful Damascus right off the bat. Just the sleek lines of it, just beautiful presentation. And that is somewhat made to look like the gun in a sense. So you can tell by the pommel, the end cap there, it's supposed to look like the end of the barrel, so forth. So little features like that really are phased into this particular knife. Now a brief history on the MG42. In World War II, the Germans, they had a predecessor called the MG34, but it was not very efficient, it was expensive to make, so they came out with the MG42. And this thing was like recognized as the world's most international milestone in weapon engineering. It had a firing rate of 1,500 rounds per minute, that's the same as 25 rounds per second. That is just a ridiculous firing rate. So they actually had to put a brake on this gun to reduce it to about 700 rounds a minute, so they didn't waste all the ammo. But it's very historical, and part of that is, again, I mentioned in this knife. And one cool feature is they are all numbered. You can see this one is numbered 608. Right there. I don't know how many were made. I don't know if they know how many they're going to make overall. I guess until they run out of MG42s. But as I mentioned, a complete functional MG42 would go for about 40 to 60 grand at an auction, like a military auction. So this one you can buy for a lot less, and we'll talk about the price at the end of it. We can talk about the knife also. You got a dagger style, which is similar to a World War II style dagger. This is a 40-layer Damascus, and it is made by Chad Nichols, who is a world-known Damascus maker. So that really bumps up your collectible value on this, and also your price, but you got to understand what you have. This is made in Germany. This is a piece of history. So not really intended to be used. I suppose you could, but you and I could not be friends if you actually went out and used this, but everyone, can do their own thing. The wood on the handle is called black hornbeam. It's similar to ironwood, but it's made to kind of look like the handle on the gun itself. And also it's got a cool design because no matter how you hold it like this, or if you were to switch it like this, it has the same exact feel and fits your hand perfectly. So if you're going this way or this way, it's the same. Really cool. Again, I like the pommel right there. It is supposed to resemble the recoil amplifier or the recoil booster on the actual gun. So very similar look on that, really cool. And it also could use to crush if you need to, but again, we're not allowed to use this knife. Keep that in mind. We have the Boker symbol right there on the blade, and you can see the tree. Again, that's usually how you can tell they're made in Germany, if you see the tree. And one other cool feature about it is the sheath that they give you. Beautiful sheath, very nicely designed. Again, you can see the tree right there, hand-stitched leather, and it kind of matches the age and the look that they're going for with this type of dagger. Really cool. And also I mentioned it has the certificate of authenticity. And this is, again, very important to keep if you're collecting this down the road. It tells you exactly what it is. And it tells you the layers. Chad Nichols is the designer, the recoil, all kinds of information. You've got it in German or English, whichever one you want to read. But that is very important to keep that. And we can get into the specs on the knife now. The knife weight is 6.88 ounces. It's not real heavy, but you can tell it's in your hand. And the length is, you got a full 10 inches on your length. Blade length is 5.25 inches. And like I mentioned, you got 40 layers on that beautiful Damascus. And it's a raindrop pattern. You can see all the, and there's no two alike. That's the cool part. If you got another dagger, there's no exactly the same as with any Damascus. You can see almost a book matched pattern right there on the blade. You can see how symmetrical that is, and that's all done by hand, so pretty impressive. And now what we've all been waiting for, the retail on this is only $697.95. So that's a lot cheaper than $40,000 machine gun. So if you want a piece of history, from Germany, numbered, certificate of authenticity. It's not a bad price to pay, especially for a collector like myself. I love anything numbered and collectible and World War II related. And I think that should wrap it up for the MG42 Dagger from Boker. I hope you all found this information helpful. And before you go, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel and also ring that bell so you won't miss any time we post a new video. I appreciate you all watching, and we will see you next time.